Hey guys, and welcome back to the Interceptor. So I'm back with another war video. This is War 4 of Season 18, and we're up against ITWEA, or Lethal Weapon. And today I actually completely forget what this war is because this was 5 days ago. So we're just going to roll with it and react live because honestly, I probably don't remember almost all these fights. Oh, you know what? I do remember some of these fights. Yeah, okay. So this is the war where I expected to have a lot more fights than I did because we had myself and one other person that could have taken the fights, and the other person ended up doing it because he used the 6-hour boosts and I only used the 15-minute boosts. I prefer to boost in sessions at a time rather than have more expensive boosts over long periods of time. So today we're taking it a little bit of a weird team. So this is a Namor, Quake, and Magic team. So of course we're going to the left first, just like we've been doing most wars. We're going to take path 3. So I had to wait for other people to move up before I could do my fights. Now we're going up against this Emma Frost. For some reason it's a rank 4 Emma Frost. This has to be the first rank 4 I've seen in a very long time. In tier 1 of Alliance War. Actually, no. I believe this is the second last war we're not in tier 1. I believe we start being tier 1 in War 6. But this high up in War in Platinum 1, you should never be seeing any rank 4 on defense. Emma is an extremely common champ to have ranked up. She is one of the best mutants in the game. So the fact that they have a rank 4 on defense is kind of extremely confusing to me, but I'll take it, right? So now we're going to be baiting L1s. I'm very comfortable baiting or fully evading L1 when it's on unblockable. But right now, like, there's literally no reason for me to fully evade it. It's not doing any damage to me. And there's absolutely no benefit in taking, what is it, like 200 less damage per special one or something like that. I'd rather just block the first one or parry. I think I go for the parry most times. And then go straight for the dex on the second half because it just makes more sense. So like right now we're at 86%. Emma's down to 24, so we're just going to throw our L3 here, which I believe is going to kill her. Yep, so it does end up killing her there. Let me just adjust the camera a bit. So 38 and 1. We did get hit by that one heavy attack because I was a little slow, but that's alright. So now we're going on to Sentinel, and I'm taking this with Quake. I believe that Quake is the best option for Sentinel on this node. Another option could be like Torch. Torch could do great in this fight, actually. But it's a rank 2 6-star Awakened Sentinel, which makes me so jealous. Of course, I have my 5-star rank 5 Awakened. But I want a 6-star Sentinel. That would be amazing. My Sentinel currently goes on defense, so I don't really get him for questing or Lion's Quest or anything like that, but I mean, that's alright. He also has a pretty high health pool and gets some resistances once he hits his charges, but when you're quaking, unless he behaves in a weird way or you make a mistake, there's never really a situation where you give him any charges. So now he's at 18%. We end that heavy cycle and it kills him. So that's a 48-second fight. Very fight with Quake. That's much the ideal fight. So now let's go into this Doctor Strange, and I actually didn't clip this into 2 clips. So I am taking this Invisible Woman. So that means that we're gonna just skip ahead here. I was going to take this Doctor Strange. I believe it's totally possible with Quake, but he had a torch, so I figured, hey, why not? So now we're going to let that go, and then we're going to go up to this Invisible Woman fight. So I actually was scouted to do this fight, and when I was reading the path notes, I actually completely missed this. So I went into the war thinking I didn't have to do this fight, and then someone tagged me. They're like, yo, you know you're doing this fight, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, okay, cool. I'm totally fine with that. It's a very safe fight. It's a very normal fight. And the fact that I actually found out that this person had suicides ended up helping us because there was an Omega Red on the right side that actually is harder with suicides on unless you use a robot. So we're just going to have that person use a robot and the fight's going to be extremely easy. So this is Aggression Fury, and even with the suicides, or even without the suicides, she has an insanely low health pool, so this would be a fast fight anyways. But yeah, 35 seconds in this fight is down very easily, so that's just 3 Quake cycles. I probably could have killed her with a 5-hit combo after the second cycle, but I was just, there's no reason really. So let's go into the next section, and this is Path 1. We're taking this with Korg, and this, I believe this is the Vigor one. So this is not the best option in the world for this fight. If I could choose, I would much rather have Ghost for this fight. You don't even need Hood synergy, you just need... Actually, you don't need any synergy. I could probably take this without any synergies. But Namor can do it, I guess. I also get fairly unlucky with the way he acts. But yeah. So this is also enhanced regeneration. So Vigor is healing an insane amount of health. So basically, all our goal is to get him over that 25% hurdle. So you'll see we're ending all our combos with mediums here because the damage gets reflected. In hindsight, on that second combo, I should have done a 4-hit combo and ended with a medium, but can't do that now, right? So now he's at 81, just trying to get him just barely under that 75. We actually just get it before the timer runs out. But that's not really our goal in this fight. Our goal is to get some at least 1 or 2 special 3s, and then start chipping him down. So now he's at 62%. Pretty obvious we're not going to make this cycle without an SP3. So we throw off our SP3 that we get because Korg's actually bleed immune, which fuels Namor, makes him hit harder. So we go for the special 3. Does fairly good damage. And then he throws an unblockable L1, which for some reason I miss, even though I consider that to be a pretty easy special 2 evade. We go for the double mediums just so I get off another special 3. But here's where the fight starts going a little bit south. So right here, he is just being insanely passive. Right there, he is at 4%. He's so close to dead, and he throws the L1. So he gets off that regen, unfortunately, and it's going to be pretty significant. Luckily, it's going to push him just barely over that 25%, so we can actually reset the timer right here, which is why I purposely waited to bait that L2. So now that we have reset the timer on the regeneration, by pushing him under the 25%. Oh no, we haven't? That's weird. He was at 26, we pushed him to 25, and the timer didn't reset. Maybe that's a bug. I'm actually not sure. But yeah, anyways, now he's regened all the way up to 50%, so not an ideal situation. We throw off another special 3, and our goal here is to hit him with a few special 2s. I believe 2 special 2s at this health should easily kill him. But we're actually not in Imperious Rex yet. We're going to get there soon. So now we're at 24. We did again push him under that 25%. And the timer still doesn't reset. So that's gotta be a bug. There's no way that isn't a bug. So now that he has his regen, we just need our hit to do good damage. And since we had a Fury up, we didn't even need a crit. It was a non-crit 33k hit. Probably would have been 100k or about 70 with a crit, so that's alright. So now we're going up against this Mr. Sinister. For some reason, it's a rank 1. Also, really confused on why, because Mr. Sinister is once again a very common champion to rank up. We're taking this with Quake. This is Buffet. Very easy matchup. The only way you can get messed up is if the opponent decides to go for a 4-hit combo and then back off. And when that happens with Quaking, if you don't anticipate it, which is actually incredibly hard to do, I've never done it successfully before, then you auto-throw your heavy because you let go of heavy and you actually get it back just to do that 5th evade. But there, I don't really know what happened there, to be honest. I thought my Quaking was going well, but apparently it wasn't. But he's going down so fast that it doesn't really matter that I made that mistake. But yeah, pretty much just a very normal Quake fight. Nothing really to say about this one. So this cycle is going to take him down, I believe. No? Okay, so we're going to go for another cycle. I get hit again. I've been hit 7 times in this fight. At this point, I'm like, oh my god, I keep messing up. But it's alright. Fight's basically over. Could have taken a rank 3 on that node. A rank 3 6-star. Honestly, there's nothing to that node. But now we are up against this Medusa on Buffet. So I could take this with anyone on my team I have currently very, very easily. We're going to go with Quake just because it's more likely that I will need magic at full health later. So we'll heal her to full. Notice this season, we're using a ton of potions, like a lot of potions. But that's alright, as long as we don't die. I have no problem with that. So now we got to Quake her. We got her regeneration off when she was at 100% health, so it didn't really affect the fight. She's down to 75% already, so this should be a clean 4-cycle kill. But we are losing a lot because of our suicides and the boosts. The only real way you can mess up massively in this fight is by hitting the opponent, which is going to activate the dex. Which is going to get rid of the dex, which is going to activate the regen. But now she's at 36%. All we really need is 2 more cycles. And Medusa's pretty simple to Quake. Right there, that was actually a mistake right there. I did not mean to hit her. But after I hit her the first time, I had to do the rest of the hits. And since she had concussion up, despite the fact that she had 3 Furies, it was actually impossible for her to auto-block me, and I knew that going into it. So we did mess up a little bit in that fight, but it's alright, we got through it cleanly. So now this is debuff immune. We're not going to heal up because, honestly, there's no point. You have class advantage here. This is one of the easiest matchups in the game. Magic has a very low health pool, and debuff immune doesn't really matter. I'm very comfortable with debuff immune Quake fighting now. So we're sitting in the corner, and just holding heavy has already got her down to 94%, and then the concussion ticks, or the aftershock ticks, do another 30%. So this is only going to be a 3-cycle fight, which is pretty crazy. No, it actually looks like a 4-cycle fight now. Doesn't matter. But now that it is debuff immune, it actually makes it a little harder for us to build up a lot of the aftershock charges. So now she's at 24%. We just need 1 more cycle. Pretty safe fight. I've only lost like 12 or 15% from my suicides, but I haven't even taken a single blocked hit. She's actually going to fall midway through this cycle, I believe. I could be wrong. Depends on how she... Yeah, so on the first tick of the aftershock on the 5th set. So that's pretty good. But now, when we move up here, you'll notice that there are 2 fights on the right that are very easily quakeable. So there was a man-thing on that node, and there was a warlock on the regeneration and strike back node. I was going to take both of them, but one of the guys that normally is asleep by this point was actually not asleep for some reason. And he ended up taking it. So that's the last fight we got for us. So we finally did it this season, despite how bad my first 3 wars were. And I died in 2 of the 3 of them. We've now not died once again. So pretty solid. We ended up taking home a very, very convincing victory here. But that is going to be it. We got 3rd in Battleground 3, so that makes us 3-1 on the season. As well as totaling 3 deaths. So we're going to keep up this deathless streak, hopefully. Just claiming these rewards. Did I get any defender kills? I got 1 defender kill, not defender. How we doing on the season? So right now we're Platinum 1, rank 12. So that's going to be it for this. I hope you guys enjoyed the war video. I'll try to get them out as soon as possible. I know I'm like a few wars behind here. But have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.